Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Okay, gang. So this is another test. I got to do these test runs. I'm saying test run, but it's really more like practice runs. To be honest, I got to make sure that you guys hear me. Got to make sure I'm being heard. 2 1 2. And so I've got two computers. This one here, this is my Mac, and off to my right is my PC. And so I'm using the PC right now to test audio. So I know I'm being heard. So I want to try. Okay, gang. So this is another test. These speakers. I'm saying test run, but it's really more like practice runs. To be honest, I got to make sure that you guys. So I want to see if. Got to make sure I'm being heard. 2 1 2. So I've got testing. This one here. This is my Mac, and off to my right is my PC. Okay, let's see how this works. Testing 1 2. 1 2 3. Testing. So I know I'm being heard. So I want to try again. So this is another test. I'm saying test run, but it's really more like practice runs. To be honest, I got to make sure that you guys see. I want to see if make sure I'm being heard. Okay, so this is how I want it, like this. And I guess you guys can hear me. I know I'm heard on YouTube now. And I want to check things out on Facebook. I'm live. 1 2 3, testing. So I know I'm being heard. And let's see. So I think I'm heard on Facebook. Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Okay, so this is how I want it, like this. I guess you guys can hear. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. I know I'm heard on YouTube. I want to check things out on Facebook. I'm live, and I know that there's a delay. So I know I'm being heard. So I know that there's a delay. Okay. So I know I'm being heard. All right, that's all I really want. All right, right now. making myself, uh, but that didn't on purpose. All right, so not really intending to stay on here very long. Like I said, this is just me testing things out. Everything seems to be a-okay on this end. Right now, nobody is on. Nobody's listening. It's just me and the crickets. Most of my friends are not on here right now, I suppose. Let's see. Not too many, not many folks out on Facebook that I know. I can't really see anybody. So it's me by myself. It's okay. It's all right. And like I said, it's not like I have anything important to say right now. I was just going to address everyone and say hello. Uh, if if anyone who knows me, my P, anyone from my PV or MF family is listening, uh, you all know who you are. Hey, there's Adam. Adam, what's good, my man? How you doing? So Adam is one of my. We've met only once in person, but Adam is somebody whom I treasure. Uh, I won't give a whole lot of his business, but what I will tell you is uh, he he and I have health issues in common, or did anyway, and that's how we became friends. And Adam, I wish you lived closer, man, because me and you would be getting together every so often. You know, Adam to me is one of the truly genuine people. You know, and what I'll tell, especially for those who are from my PV family, if you don't know Adam, I urge y'all to reach out and get to know this guy. He's just a real cool dude, you know. And Adam, I treasure our friendship, my man. I just want you to know that. So anyway, uh, like I was saying, Adam, before you even got on, uh, this is just a test run. I don't know how familiar you are with some of this streaming equipment, but I'm using something new now, and I'm testing it and testing it and testing it some more. Yeah, enjoying life in the Pacific Northwest. Yes, indeed. I hope to get out there next year. I've never been to Seattle. I've never been to Portland. Those two places I'm hoping to get to next year. So, me and you definitely got to be in touch. But that's a story for another day, gang. But uh, I've got two good friends out there, and Adam is one of them, and hopefully I get to see both of you. You know, uh, hopefully I get that chance. No guarantees in life, of course, but I'm definitely going to try and make it out there. As long as my health holds up, I'm gonna make every attempt to get out there. But meanwhile, I'm continuing to get healthier. I'm getting to get stronger. So some of you may know that in between two procedures, in between the bone marrow transplant and the stem cell boost, I had a terrible fall in February. I broke my nose. I had subdural hematosis. And if you don't know what that is, that's bleeding of the brain. So things were not good at that point, but I've gotten through it all. And I'm so grateful that I'm here. You know, when something like this, I keep saying when you've been through something like this, everything hits you differently. If you go through a bone marrow transplant and you come through it okay and you're in remission as I am, things hit you differently. Well, imagine I'm having a bone marrow transplant and it fails, which means stem cell boost is required, and that fails. And in between that, I have this terrible fall, and like I said, broken nose, brain bleeding, everything. And so when you come through that, remember I said things hit you differently? Well, in this case, it hits you, it still hits you differently, but it's like triple what someone would ordinarily go through just by coming through with a successful bone marrow transplant. I gotten through gone through so much. And frankly, at the time, I didn't know. I didn't really realize what I was going through because, as my girlfriend told me, she said I was too busy fighting to even realize it. Claudine, hi, sweetie. You never answer my calls anymore. I am hurt. One of my favorite cousins, and you don't even answer my calls anymore. I am too hurt. But I'm glad to see you're on, though. But in any event, I see, I see, let's see, just the two of you right now. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, but things hit differently when you go through something like what I've been through. Uh, and I keep saying everything's a big deal. Those little things, those things we consider to be little things, and everything's a big thing to me now. And I know I probably need to quit that, but uh, you know, I mean, spending time like this, my boy Adam, getting on to chill out with me for a while. I mean, it's special. It's really special. You know, uh, my sister lives in Florida, and a lot of our family lives in Florida as well. And they're a pretty close knit group down there. They have a lot of family gatherings, especially holiday events. And she usually calls from wherever the event is taking place, and she gets just about everybody on camera so that I get a chance to say hi to them. And Claudine, you know what I'm talking about because you're one of those. But those little things, they mean so much. You know, and those folks will never understand it. They'll never understand why I feel like I do. Uh, those of you listening won't understand. You got to go through it. Hopefully, you never will. But everything just hits different. And you know, uh, I had somewhat ordinary days. I did get a chance to go out. Uh, we were using a rental car because our car was broke down in the shops. We had to go to San Antonio, get it, and just to get out the house, take a ride. My girlfriend wouldn't let me drive. She just protected me because I'm still, as good as I feel, I'm still recovering. I'm still trying to regain my strength. But and I can drive, and I have, but I haven't been on the interstate yet, and she's not ready for me to do that. So, and see, that's something else. I got somebody who's protecting me. I mean, who really loves me, really cares about me, and even though I'm raring to go, she's kind of like pulling the reins. She's protecting me from myself, essentially. You know. So, but yeah, everything hits differently. That's the best way I can explain it. And meanwhile, every day is a good day. I like to say I have good days and better days, never a bad day because there's power in words. And reading your quote, Adam. Yeah, well, you're right, Adam. And it's good that that we look each other up. It's good that we look each other up, and you know, it's good that we keep our heads up. That's the operative word here. Up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, because you know, you hang your head like this, you might miss something really good coming along, or worse than that, you might miss something that's coming along that you really need to pay attention to. But if you're busy hanging your head, you're gonna miss it. Now what? So we go through this stuff, and it's not pleasant. It's not pretty. Um, Adam, I bet you got some stories, but yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. But you can't hang your head. You can't get down. You can't feel sorry for yourself. You can't bury your head in the sand like an ostrich. You have to find a way to press on. I was very fortunate. I still am in that. And yeah, I said this during the interview. Some of y'all may have seen the interview I did with Mark, a retired journalist who's also a friend of mine. But I was saying I really didn't know just how big a support circle I had. Uh, in fact, I thought some people didn't really care, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Uh, so, I'm blessed. I'm blessed beyond what I deserve, probably. I always say that, but I really believe it. Um, what a blessing it is just to be here. What a blessing to have such a large support group. Adam, I know you have a support group. I'm positive that I know that I hope that people living with these blood cancers, I hope that you guys consider me to be a part of your circle, your inner circle, because that's something we all need. We all need we all need support, and you know, I hope that whatever's going on, it doesn't have to be just trying to make it back from a blood cancer. So I'm speaking to everyone, but especially my blood cancer brethren. You know, I hope that you all have that circle, that inner circle. You know, it's like if you're tired, if you're scared, if you're aggravated, whatever it is, you know, be sure to reach out. Adam knows if he's feeling a certain kind of way, he could reach out to me and I'll fight with him. I'll fight for him, and that's always been the case ever since we met online, one of these Facebook groups. And, it's not just Adam. There's so many of us, and there's more than I had polycythemia vera. That was the first blood cancer I had before it unfortunately progressed to myelofibrosis. But uh, you know, we we have a number of different PV groups that Adam and I are both a part of. I don't go in there very often now because, you know, while I care deeply about them, I kind of lay back. 'Cause I don't know how much I really have to offer other than to tell everybody, go, man, go. You can do it. You get a little tired of hearing that, I guess. But uh, every now and then I'll poke my head in just to say hi, check on my PV family, see how they're doing. And, you know, I'm more in tune with the MF group. Uh, that's more recent. I'm in remission, so I don't have a cancer now, thankfully. But I check in with them more often than I do the PV folks. But in any event, things are moving along. You know, and as far as the injury from my fall, you know, every day, every night, I heard terrible. It was a real bad fall. I jammed. I did something to both my shoulders, both my arms, both my hands, several of my fingers on each hand, but the right hand, I can't do it. I can't make a fist, and I can kind of sort of almost straighten my hand out, but it feels like the last 2 days, shoulders aren't as painful. So maybe I'm finally at a turning point. And I go to therapy twice a week. I go to physical therapy twice a week. Lately I've been going over once a week.